Fellas, it's cool to think for yourself, all right? I want to be the first person to tell you today that it is cool to think for yourself. What's going on? It's Coach Jay, back with another video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I got this hot topic, man. I just see so many people, just like everybody wants to do what everybody is doing. Like, when you really think about it, I learned this in psychology years and years ago. My psychology teacher told me that once somebody does something, it gives permission for everybody else to do it. For example, if you are sitting at a red light, whether you are at the crosswalk or you're in your car, if one car scoots up just a little bit or just takes off, everybody else feels it's okay to do that. And I'm not talking about the light turns green, right? Or better yet, if you're at a crosswalk and it's a group of people there with you and the sign is like this, don't come forward. And even though there's no cars coming, right? People will all group together and stand there. Remember, the sign is like this telling you not to go. People will stand there even though there's no cars coming. If everybody's standing there, everybody will stand there. Until that one person decides to walk off, then everybody else will follow, right? It's okay to be that one person. You don't have to be the person that follows. I'm sick and tired of seeing you guys just doing what everybody else wants to do, doing what the crowd is doing what's trending. You have no independent thinking, and you only you're a sheep, is what I'm telling you. Stop being a sheep. Stop doing what everybody else is doing or what they want to do. Just because everybody's going to one place, one party, doing one thing, doesn't mean you have to do it. Just because everybody's posting and doing this trendy, cringy TikTok dance, doesn't mean you have to do it. Just because everybody's doing whatever it is that everybody else is doing, does not mean you have to do it. You look like you cannot think for yourself, and everybody sees through that. That's the problem, man. A lot of y'all don't know that you can do what you want to do. At the end of the day, you will still be accepted. Matter of fact, you might be the one, you might be that leader, you might be that person that's taking that first step off the concrete and walking across the street, and everybody will follow you, right? Like, you can be that person. You don't have to be with the crowd, man. I'm telling, man. And I also say, it's like, just because people aren't supporting you and what you're doing, it's because everybody else isn't doing it yet, right? And this is where it comes from. Like, when you're somebody that's consistently stepping out, doing something new, innovating, you're being that leader. You're stepping against the crowd. If everybody's not supporting you, it's okay because everybody's not supporting you. What I mean by that is like everybody is sheep, man. I want you to think for yourself. How do you think for yourself? It's okay to look at what everybody else is doing and going the other way. If you want to. It is easier to do what everybody else is doing. But again, what that does, it takes away your originality. It takes away your thought process. It takes away you as an individual. And it makes you seem like you just want to be accepted by everybody else because you're doing what everybody else is doing. And if you're doing what everybody else is doing, you're probably doing something wrong. Because who controls everybody? The world. The world controls everybody. These trends, these topics, these things that people are talking about, sports, whatever it is pushed by other people or the people that control the world, right? The world leaders. They're controlling, telling people what to do. So you have to be the person to say, okay, if this is not a benefit to me, I'm not going to do it. Because a lot of y'all are doing stuff even if it doesn't benefit you. You have to be the thinker that says, okay, you know what? I see what everybody's doing. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to do it. So I'm going to step off and do my own thing and be an independent, contrarian thinker, thinking against what people are already thinking about. That's how you get respect. When you think against what people are doing, you think against what the trends are, people will respect you and consider you to be a thought leader. You can do your own thing. That's how scientists and all these philosophers and these influencers are the ones that are popular because you're not following what everybody else is doing. It's okay for you to try to start a trend, to try to start the next idea, to try the next thought, because doing what everybody else is doing is not going to get you where you want to go. All right? So execute on your ideas, man. That's it. If you have an idea, you want to start something new, even if people don't necessarily agree with it or buy into it immediately, keep being an independent thinker. Don't be like these sheep. Majority of society is sheep. They want to be told what to do. If you're on this channel, you should not be a sheep. You should be thinking about who you want to be, how you can start the next trend, and you could be the next individual thinker and not just doing what is popular, doing what is trending, doing what everybody else is doing, and hoping that people see you do those things so they can accept it. Because that's probably what it comes down to for a lot of you. What I'm gonna do what everybody else does so I can be accepted. And in reality, it doesn't really matter because they still might not accept you. So do your own thing, and the people that are meant to accept you, they will. All right? So that's the video for today, man. Just a quick rant. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you think for yourself and stop. And you don't have to be a sheep. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You can do your own thing. It doesn't matter who buys in, who doesn't. And that's it. Peace.